Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to PM with Kim, y'all. A magnificent and marvelous Monday evening to you. I pray that all is well in your world and that you are making your way through traffic or you have made your way home. If you had to go out to work today and this week, and that you are home and that you are beginning your Woosah wind down time, and that today was marvelous and magnificent for you, and that it exceeded your expectations. And I pray that all is well on your side of town, on your side of the world, and in your heart, mind, and your spirit. So welcome back to my regulars who come and sit with me, and welcome aboard to my new people who are joining this journey. It's PM with Kim. I'll give you a little bit of evening inspiration to hold you through your evening, and hope that something that I say, that I share, can be useful for you, or that you can pass on to your friends and loved ones. So I really am not gonna hold you all long, because I wasn't even gonna. I thought about not doing it, and so I was like, you know what, I want to do fidelity to my platform, and but I am not gonna do any more PM videos this week and maybe next week. If the spirit moves me and something drops in my spirit I really think that you all need to know, I'll upload a video for the PM. I'm just going to strictly for the next 2 weeks while I'm on vacation, just do my morning motivation. I definitely want to stick with that, and so I'm gonna give myself a minute to relax. Not that this is not relaxing, but gonna give myself the rest of my time to just do whatever I want to do. And so I'm doing this PM video, but I probably will not do any more PM videos for the next week or two, unless the spirit moves me. So if you have your notification bell on, then you'll know if I upload some, you'll be able to see. But if not, if you don't see the PM videos, you know that nothing is wrong. I'm just gonna take a minute. So this is my mental and emotional health Mondays, and I am not gonna I really am not. It's probably gonna be one of the shortest videos, but I did want to come on here briefly, and I know I talked about it this morning. I've been talking about the holiday season, and this, while it is a festive and joyous time of the year for many it is not, for various reasons. And so I just wanted to jump on here very quickly. I got some stats and some information I just want to share about holiday stress. I know I've talked about stress and how it affects your mind, your body, and a mental, emotional state, but I just wanted to focus specifically on holiday stress, because while we hear the great Christmas carols playing, I love them, and people are nicer during this time of the year. I wish Christmas were all year long, because people are actually really nice during this time of the year. That's the one thing I look forward to during this time of the year. People who are typically not that nice are more friendly. It feels lighter during this time of year, which helps when it comes to stress and mental health and all of that. But it is still, for some people, a time of the year that is a struggle. And so I just wanted to get on here and throw out a few stats that I found, and just encourage you to take care of yourself during this holiday season, and do whatever it is you need to do to protect your mind, your body, and your mental and emotional health, so that your mental, emotional, and physical health, so that you can be well and that you can enjoy the holiday in whatever way you see fit. But I just really want you you and I, to take care of ourselves during this holiday season. So I'm gonna just share some facts that I found, and then I'm gonna let you go so you can enjoy your time. All right, so it says holiday stress affects 89% of U.S. adults who reported an increase during this time period. 89% of American U.S. adults report that this time of the year, the increase in stress is real. And that's a large number. It says some of the key driving factors are financial pressure, which 46% of people say financial pressure is like the leading cause, lack of time, and family conflicts. And I imagine, with, of course, financial pressure, period, it makes sense. People are spending money that they don't have, spending money, that they, on stuff that probably is wasteful, that could be managed a little bit better, but we get so used to spending and making sure our kids and our loved ones have what they want, but some of the stuff that they want they don't even need it. So I mean, I ain't gonna, I've been there, done that. I, remember when my son was little and I would spend all his money, and then he would play with the boxes that the stuff came out of. And and play with the toys for a minute, and then they tossed to the side and never to be used again. So so let's be mindful in how we're spending, and making sure it's meaningful spending, and then the lack of time. And I kind of liken it to the Martha Mary mentality. Martha is always busy, preparing for the holidays. You got company coming over, you got dinner to cook, you got this to do, you got to wrap the presents, you got to do this, and it becomes overwhelming for people. And I think we take on too much during the holidays to satisfy everybody else, and we put ourselves last. So I'm cautioning you to reevaluate how you manage your time, and how much of your time you're giving to everybody else, and how much you're really giving to yourself during the holiday time. And then family conflicts. I imagine that, for some families could be a thing, especially married couples. Some people work it out, and they have a system where you might go to this in-laws house for Thanksgiving, and then this in-laws for Christmas, or whatever else. Or, if you have blended families, or, divorced families, and your kid go here, your kid go there. I mean, it could be stressful. Just managing, family conflicts, period. So those are stressors. Those are key factors as to why 89% of adults say that this is an increased time of stress. It says here that women, younger adults, and those with pre-existing mental health conditions are particularly susceptible during this time, often struggling with guilt, grief, and high expectations. Women, young adults, and those with pre-existing mental health conditions. Guilt, I guess, could be, not having enough to get what you want, not having enough time to make sure everybody is good, not having enough time to make sure you're good. Grief explains itself. This holiday season is so festive and it's great, but many of us have loved ones that maybe have recently, or maybe not, it's been a while. But when you're the holiday time, and you realize you miss the people who sat in those chairs. And so sometimes the holiday can be a struggle for people. Grief can, resurface. Some people could be good, and then the holiday comes, and it's almost like tearing the scab off and starting all over again. And so be mindful of that for yourself and for your friends and your loved ones. And then the high expectations. We put too much expectations on all of this. Let's tone it down. Let's tone it down. Surveys indicate that 70 to 89% of Americans feel stressed during the holidays. And these should be the time when you're feeling good. And, a lot of people take vacation time during this time, and yet you're still stressed during your vacation time. Nah, that's not good. Got to reevaluate and adjust accordingly. 64% of people with mental health conditions report that their symptoms worsen during the holiday. So I imagine that, just the expectations and all of the stuff that can be overwhelming on a regular basis. Then you add the holiday stress on top of that, which, becomes a bit much sometimes for some people. Financial and family pressure comes as a result of the cost of gifts, meals, and managing family dynamics. And again, our economy is terrible. People are struggling. The cost of food and just the cost of things, it is outlandish. And, I imagine, I think it's just me and my son. But I look, and I'm in the stores, and I'm watching people who have multiple children and like huge families. And I don't know how it's just me and my son. So I don't know how families are with 4 or 5 people are managing, because it's insane. And so that alone is a stressor. So if you're going to be doing dinners and whatever, don't go all out. Don't actually if you're going to get together with family, everybody bring something. No one person should be responsible for anything. Just keep it to a manageable level. When it starts to be stressful, reorganize, adjust, because it's just not worth the stress. And then a gift thing. Learn to be creative, and you don't have to spend a lot of money to be creative. And if you're listening and you're watching and you're looking at your loved ones and you're seeing the things, I mean, let's get back to old school craft making and old school things, gifts from the heart that don't cost a whole lot of money, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And those gifts can mean more than those big ticket items. So be creative. What does it say here? Gender differences. It says women report higher stress levels and are more likely to experience fatigue and are less likely to relax compared to men. No offense, men. and that's not to say that men don't do any work, but they do. But, wives and mothers and women just go because they want to make sure everything is perfect. Not that the men don't, but men do a good job of saying, you know what, I'm gonna sit back and unapologetic, and nothing's wrong with that. Women should take a note from that page, because we do too much, and then we suffer, and then other people suffer because we're then irritable and all of that. So let's manage our time and learn to sit still. And I guess for me, I guess I'm just, I'm appreciative because my child is almost grown and I don't have the stress to run like I had to when he was younger. But I didn't even have it then, but it's kind of, you get conditioned to doing those things. But prioritizing yourself is important. You still love the people you love. You still care for your family, but prioritize yourself. That is important. And then finally, the last fact that I put here, which is kind of long-term impact. Over 50% of Americans say it takes them weeks to recover from holiday stress. I get, because I always laugh, whenever, I haven't been on a vacation in a while, but whenever I come back from vacation, I need another vacation from vacation. So I get that when, especially if you're traveling, during the holidays to other family members' homes and so forth, you get back and you're stressed, you're like tired, you need a whole another week just to get yourself together. So try not to burden yourself with so much where you don't have any time at the end before you have to get back to normal to take care of yourself and to relax. So be mindful of all of those things, because it's important that we take care of our mental, emotional, and physical health during these holiday times, and try to put yourself as a priority. Doesn't mean, self-care is not selfish. It just means that I understand who I am, what I need, and I'm going to put myself as a priority. Not to neglect anybody else, but to make sure that I'm okay, that you're okay. And that is the mindset that you have to be in. And if you cannot afford it, be okay not being able to afford it. Those who will understand, those who don't understand will get it eventually. Do your best, spend smartly, and use your time wisely so that you are caring for your whole being, your whole self, mind, body, and spirit. And so that you can enjoy the holidays. So find your happy place. Find those things that make you happy and indulge in those. For me, I love music. So I'm going to have all my music playing. I've been playing my music, my Christmas music, my old school R&B, my gospel. Music makes my soul happy. Find your happy place, whatever that is. Painting and coloring for me. Chick flicks, romance, rom-coms and those things. I am going to take care of me and do a whole lot of nothing. And I hope that you're able to invest in yourself and do a whole lot of nothing, or do whatever it is that makes you happy, that is not going to stress you, where you can't get yourself together in the next few weeks and it takes you weeks and months to get yourself back together, or to bounce back financially after months of spending. So be smart, take care of yourself, and it's okay to say no, unapologetically. No, I can't. And don't say I'm sorry at the end, because you're not. People say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't. Or, no, I can't, I'm sorry. No, just, your no is your no. No, I can't. And that is that. And that is quite all right. Protect your peace. Guard your heart and your mind and your spirit so that you can be well. And when you start feeling like you're spinning out, it's too much, retreat. Go somewhere and get quiet if you can. Go take 30 minutes of quiet time, close it, tell the kids, you know what, I'm taking some mom time, some dad time, close the door. Go away, find you a quiet place, and find you the things that make you happy and do those. And just take care of yourself the best that you can, and don't overwhelm yourself. Don't overwhelm yourself, and don't isolate, because I'm going to try not to do that this holiday season. Although I don't want to be bothered with a lot of people, I'm going to try not to isolate. So I'm going to tell you all who are used to being, introverted and isolated, don't shut off the world, because that could make it worse. But enjoy your quiet time and your peace, and take care of yourself, so that it'll be well with your soul. And try to smile through it and enjoy the things that make your heart smile, the things that make your heart glad, even if you're not feeling your best, even if you're dealing with grief, even if you're not as happy about where you are financially, and all of those things, anything that could possibly be an upsetting factor. Focus on the glass half full, and the things that you do have. Count your blessings and not your problems, and do the things that make your heart smile and make you glad, and it'll be well. It will be well. So that's it. That's all, y'all. That's all I wanted to get on here and say, and to let you know that my intention is to do my morning motivation every day over these next 2 weeks. But PM with Kims will be sporadic. If they are, I'll put them out there and you'll get a notification. If not, then I'll go back in January to add in my PMs with my AM. So that's it. That's all, y'all. I pray that the rest of your evening is richly blessed. I pray that when you lay down tonight, that your sleep will be peaceful and restful and sweet, and that the hand of God will rest upon you all night long, and that the angels will encamp all around your home, keeping you and everybody in it safe from any hurt, harm, or danger. And that when you awaken tomorrow, you'll be refreshed, revived, renewed, and ready to run on to see what your terrific and thankful Tuesday will be. And that it'll be well with your soul. And that you'll go into this holiday season joyful and at peace, and remembering that Christ is the reason for the season, and that'll make it all well with your soul. All right, y'all. So may the Lord bless you and keep you. May he make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May he lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Peace that surpasses all understanding. Peace that guards your heart, your mind, your soul, your spirit, and everything about you in Christ Jesus. Yes, Lord. And may the love of God cover you from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. And may he pour out on you everything you need and some of the things you want. And just enjoy every day. Maximize every moment. And love on your family and your friends. Call people, text people. Let them know you're thinking about them. And enjoy yourself. And relax. And rejuvenate. And go into 2026 strong. And with a mind and a body and a spirit that is as healthy and as well as you can be. Looking forward to the greatness that 2026 has in store for you and for me. All right, y'all. Have a blessed and beautiful rest of your evening. Rest well, and I'll see you in the AM. All right. Peace and blessings from my heart to yours. I love you. I love you. I love you. Have a good night.